Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I am out on the Boise River in Eagle, Idaho. This is a spot that I flew at, I don't know, it's been quite some time ago. I've only flown here one other time, but I'm right next to the river. Today is the 30th of October, so we're well into fall and the leaves have really begun turning. But it's a glorious day today. The sun is out. You can see blue skies behind me. It's only in the mid 40s, so the temperature is pretty cool, but there's very little wind. So you've got to take advantage of days like today and get out and fly. So we're going to look at some of the fall colors. Now, a lot of the leaves have already dropped, and we're going to be careful, hopefully not to run this guy into any little branches or anything like that, but I am going to try and get low on the river and see what we can see. Now, you may not see this video until December, January, or even February. I like to record videos while we still have this nice weather and save them for later so that we can remember what nice weather was like when we're in the middle of those gray winter days. But in any case, let's quit messing around. Let's get the Mini 4 Pro. Let's get this bird in the air. Okay, we got a screen recorder started here. Let's take a look at that safety menu. We're in bypass mode and bypass options in normal. Radar map is on. Return to home and optimal. 35 meter return to home height. The max altitude is way up there from when we were flying in the mountains. Let's take it back down to max legal, which is 120 meters. Not asking for any calibrations. We can take a quick look at the battery, and that looks good as I would expect it to be. Yeah, nothing else to do here. You know what? Let's take a quick look. I know the Europeans just had a firmware update, and just for the fun of it, I wanted to see what my app version is. It's 1.12.0. Or no, excuse me, that's the app. The firmware for the drone is 1.00.0200. I think that's the one that the Europeans just updated to so they could get beyond 120 meters. In any case, enough of that jibber jabber. We're going to shoot in 4K 60 in full auto. Let's start recording now. Boom, and let's take off here. Let's do an auto takeoff.
Takeoff.
And hopefully you saw that on the Action 2 camera there. I think you did. I got the Action 2 camera set up on a rock. In fact, let me flip it around here so you can see where we're at here. And you can see I've got the Action 2 camera just set up on a rock there. And you know what? We're probably not going to be able to get too close because of obstacle avoidance, but we'll bring it in a little bit. We're definitely blowing some leaves around. Let me drop that camera down and we'll do our droning. So I've got some trees. We're going to have to hit way up on the upstick because I've got some trees and bushes right behind the drone. So it's going to go more up than it is back. So reverse and up now. And I'm going right into the sun, so I'm going way up before I am trying to get eyes on the drone there. Okay, I stopped for a second. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't backing into a branch or something, and I wasn't. I was staring right up at the sun when I looked up there. But you can see the trees that I was looking at right there. And we're well above them. It's weird how it looks closer on screen than it really is. But let's give you a look around. We're kind of going kind of getting over the top of a neighborhood here, so we don't want to bother anybody. So I'm going to get further over and get more over the river. But you can see where we took off there and where our home point is at. And you can also see that the leaves have largely started to turn here, and in fact many of them have dropped off completely. So let's bring this guy back to us. And oh shoot, I'm showing myself in sport mode here. Anyway, so I don't know if it took off in normal motorsport. I'll have to go back and look at the screen recording now because I moved the switch back, but it seemed like it was moving pretty quick, and I looked up and my switch was over on the S. But anyway, let's bring this guy down, and let's get, I'm looking at the drone, it's right in front of me. Let's get down over the river here, and I think we can get down pretty low. I am concerned. In fact, I'm going to turn in such a way I can kind of shade the controller and get a better look. So I stopped there for that very reason. What I don't want to do is run into a branch or something. And of course we have obstacle avoidance on, but anything's possible, right? But let's keep going. Well, we're going downriver here, and you can see the downward sensors are starting to squawk a little bit, so we're pretty close. That's a good thing. But what better way? The cool thing about a drone is to be able to get this kind of perspective that is otherwise difficult to get. And the cool thing about a drone like the Mini is to have that 360 obstacle avoidance. We got some ducks there. Hopefully they won't decide to go for flight right in front of us. That would be a bad thing. And I see a branch off on the other side there. If you can't tell, I'm pretty nervous here. There's always that stray branch, and look at that up in front of us there. You can see that tree that is bent right over there. And so we can get up to that guy, but what do? You definitely don't want to go straight up. And yeah, it's squawking at us right now. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to look up with the camera so we can make sure we're not going over the top. We don't go into any branches or anything. So as I gingerly move around this guy, and you know, there again, what you worry about is that one stray branch that's going to snag your drone. But I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, let's look down, make sure. I just want to look down and make sure I'm clear too. And boy, look at how clear the water is, crystal clear. And what a beautiful day today. Let's get back down. Let's drop some altitude again. We got around that guy. It looks like we got some clear sailing here for a while. Although, you know, you can hear the chimes of the obstacle avoidance. So we're about 10 or 15 feet above the water here. Just cruising downriver. And this is a little bit more clear. We got great signal. Beautiful signal here. What a lovely day. And again, I see some branches off on the left side there. I'm going to pay attention to. I'm going to drop that camera down again so you can get kind of a look at the river. But I'm not so brave that I don't want to pay attention to this guy. See, that's the kind of thing that'll get you. That guy sticking out right there. And what do we have? Was that a duck? Yeah, there's a duck. They're kind of going, hopefully they won't take flight right into the drone. That wouldn't be good. But again, with most of the leaves off, you're definitely going to want to take it slow and pay attention. I'm in normal mode. I probably should be in cine mode, so I just did that just now. I switched into cine mode, and yeah, we got some more stuff here that, and it's squawking at me. Let's look up here and see if we got anything above us. I think we can go straight up. We got some stuff off to our left, or the right, excuse me, the drone's right. So, you know what, guys? I am going to shoot off a little bit to the drone's left here. And we're starting to get some signal interference, so I am going to, discretion is the better part of valor. Again, I'm going to look straight up, and we are going to go straight up. So, straight up now. Let's get some altitude. And I'm dropping that camera back down as we go. And let's come back the way we came. Well, heck, we've got signal here again. Let's go back into normal mode. Maybe. There we are. And let's move forward here, and you can take a look. And you can see we're still at a height here where a branch could snag you. So these trees are pretty tall. I'm sure some of them are probably 30 meters tall or so. Yeah. But you can see the leaves are pretty much all turned. There's some of these trees that still have some leaves on them. I've got the bright sun right in my controller here. I can still see, but not as good as I would have liked. And yeah, we got a weir up here. I've shown you this weir before, but from the other side mostly. Yeah, I kind of wanted to get down, but we don't dare because we're blocked by trees and so forth. So let's go up here a little bit, get some signal back. And it even went into the red there for a second. And let's turn around here and kind of show you some more of the territory. Picking up that camera. This is Eagle, Idaho we're looking at, and I always get a big charge out of these houses right here. I can't imagine, those are probably some pretty spendy homes. We don't need to be as high as we are, although, again, I'm still looking to improve our signal. So let's bring it around back, and maybe we can go the other way on the river. And even though you do still see some green, you know, for a large part, there's just a lot of bare trees. And I don't, you know, these trees they really don't turn color. These trees by the river, you really don't get the good color out of these trees. And some of the parks, you know, you get a lot of reds and yellows, etc. Not so much here by the river. And as we get closer to our home point here, we'll see if we can get down lower again, and we'll go over the maybe go the other direction, go upriver instead. And again, I really want to be cognizant of. I've got this nice bare spot here, and I'm looking right into the sun, but there's the drone. So I just wanted to get my eyes exactly on the drone to make sure I didn't drop it into a tree or something. And we didn't. And we're coming down, and we're coming down. And let's stop right there. And you know, the drone is actually higher than you know, I'm staring right at the drone. It's higher than it actually looks in the video feed here. But let's go upriver a little ways, just like we did earlier, and let me pick up that camera, and again I'm going to go back into cine mode so I can slow things down, and let's just head upriver here a little ways and take a look. Not a lot of water coming down the river this time of year. I was up at Lucky Peak Reservoir the other day, and they were just letting a trickle come down river. Look at these little riffles right here. That's pretty cool. Dropping the camera down to take a look at those. Yeah, and you know, like again, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing a lot of bare branches, and trying to make sure I stay clear of the ones that are encroaching over the river, like those ones on our left there. A couple more ducks. As long as they don't take off and bother us. They're probably wondering what that slow flying bird is. So we're pretty close. We're 3.7 meters. We're about 15, yeah, I guess, yeah. No, but that's about probably 12 or 13 feet off the river. And you know, you see these branches like on our, look at this guy right here. Boy, that guy he wants to eat your drone. So I'm going to turn so I can get a better, I'm shading my controller so I can get a better view of that. I do not want to see one little branch sticking out that reaches out and touches my little Mini 4. Yeah, got some more ducks going on up there. Looks like we got a nice clear spot coming up here too. Again, those ducks are probably going, what the heck is that thing? But boy, what a beautiful day today, huh? I mean, look, you guys can see the blue sky, and the temperatures aren't that warm, but man, it's a nice day. And we got a nice little clear spot here. Yeah, look at these. Look at the riffles right here. Let's take a look here. That's pretty cool, isn't it? That is neat. So, and I'm a little too close to the side of the river where you could catch a stray branch. There again, pay attention, right? Pretty placid looking water here. So let's see, we're about 300 meters upriver here, so we'll grab some altitude and look around here in a second. But like I said, one of the things I love about this latest generation, and ooh, we're going to pay attention here. Ducks taking off. Yeah, and I'm starting to get some signal degradation, so let's look up here. Yep, I am going to fly forward and up. Yeah, I'm losing signal here, folks, so I am hard on that up stick. And let's drop that camera back down. Yeah, if I sounded a little bit nervous there, it's because I was, because what you don't want is you lose signal, the drone rises into a return to home situation and hits a branch or something. So common sense rules the day. But we got it back here. You know, you get a little altitude, you get above it, and you're in good shape. Okay, and we got a little island in the middle of the river here. That's pretty cool. Let's drop the camera down and take a look at that. Yeah, that looks like a fun spot to, if you're a fisherman, you sneak out there and do a little fishing. So the direction we're headed right now, that is downtown Boise off in the distance, and that's the Boise front out there. As we move around here so you can take a look at it. We're still in good shape. Let's head out this direction a little more. We got 53% battery, so we're in great shape there. I'm looking at this pond here, and I should be able to tell you what that is, and it's pretty clear that there's some kind of dredging or something that, yeah, there's power lines down there. You know, that's another thing to watch out for that can be easy to miss. So there was some kind of dredging or something here for sure. Yeah, I am wondering if this is not... wasn't at one point a digging out some gravel. In fact, that's probably exactly what it is, because look at that pile of gravel right there. So I'm willing to bet that's exactly what that is. Okay, we are out there far enough. Let's turn around and we're about 80 meters high. Let's bring this guy back. Yeah, so that is a cement plant right there. So I'm sure that that's what this is. That's what this is related to. You know, you have all this development. Although I don't know. Look at this. This pond here is probably for houses. Look at these. So it may have once, I'm willing to bet it may have once been a gravel pit, but definitely a recreational pond now. Look at that. Some nice houses down there. And you can see where our home point is off in the distance there. Let's kind of fly back and show you some of the development. A lot of this development is pretty new. The houses right across from me here, you know, they're pretty tight together and they're man-made ponds, but I'm willing to bet they're $1 million plus. And this is probably the start of a new development right here, I'll bet you. Looks to me like, or part of the, well, I'm not going to say. I don't know what that is. So, but I can tell you this: as we get across this little, past these apartments here, and I'm willing to bet that those are condos, and I'll bet you, well, or they might be apartments, but I'll bet they're not cheap either. But these houses certainly aren't. I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet that these are definitely $1 million plus homes. We'll drop some altitude a little bit. Looks like these are mostly under construction here. So I'm going to go kind of down the middle, maybe sideways here. You can see our home point. We're almost directly in front of where I'm at. Beautiful homes, though. You know, I mean, I'm sure they're expensive, but they definitely are. They're elegant. I guess that'd be a good way to describe it. Yeah, and again, many of them still under construction. It looks like one more will go on that corner. Let's just look along the other side of them here, and they all pretty much all have a pond, a dock on the pond, I guess that was what I was going to say. Yeah, so I don't know. Some of these are probably lived in already, but definitely that one on the far left is under construction. Beautiful homes, and I'll bet you, boy, I'd sure like to know what the price tag is. I'm sure it's not cheap. It's one of the problems that I think a lot of areas are facing is affordable housing, and not that, I mean, obviously that is way beyond affordable housing. That's in a whole nother level. So the other thing I want to take you out and show you here before we bring the drone back, and you guys have seen me fly out here before to this particular spot. Often when I'm hiking, I start at a park called Merrill Park. Let's see if we can find it here. Keep heading downriver here. Checking on the battery, 37%. Oh yeah, we're in good shape. Make sure I keep my bearings here. Let's throw this guy in sport mode. We'll make some time. Yeah, there's the weir we were looking at earlier. And beyond that is a bridge that crosses the Boise River. And that will then take us pretty close to Merrill Park. Boy, I'm just, you know, you're looking at the trees here, and they're definitely, yeah, getting pretty bare. Yeah, I'm gonna grab. Yeah, I'm getting weak signal here, so we may not get there. So this sandbar in the middle there is one that I stop at frequently, and you see that bridge. And Merrill Park, we're going to go up a little higher, see if we can help our signal. And Merrill Park is right there on the other side. Let's bring this guy home. I'm going to hit return to home on the controller.
Return to home.
and let's see if we can get a precision landing. And I hear a helicopter off in the distance, so we're going to keep a good eye out for him. But we'll be home in a flash here. And it's coming back at a pretty high altitude. I figured it'd be dropping altitude already. Again, I'm keeping one eye out for this helicopter. Oh, there he is. He's way up there. And we're dropping down. I like that you guys are seeing the augmented reality, that green line, and it'll draw a funnel right down to us here. That's me dropping the camera down. Just about over the top of us here. And we'll see if we can get that landing on the pad. Okay, it's coming right down. It's right over the top of us. It's going to be close. And it's seeing the tree next to it. And it should pick up the camera here any second. Yeah, it's a little bit off. I'm going to hit that pause button, and it's a little bit off of the pad here. We'll bring it down, bringing it forward just a little bit. That should be close. Let's put it in landing mode. And there we are on the pad. Okay, I got the sun right behind me. Let me get everything shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, the DJI Mini 4 Pro, I thought we had a pretty good flight there. We got pretty low on the river. I got a little nervous there, worried about snagging a prop on one of those stray branches or something, but we did just fine, and the 360 obstacle avoidance on this guy did a good job of keeping us out of trouble. And you kind of got the big picture around here. Again, what I'm going to tell you is glorious days like today, you got to take the opportunity and you got to get out there and fly. Anyway, I hope you guys had fun, because I can tell you I did. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I so appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And of course, we'll see you on the next one. The DJI Mini 4 Pro. Yeah, it's a pro drone.